This podcast, along with other fine shows, is proud to be a part of the one and only Throwback Network. Please visit at throwbacknetwork.net. Also, this episode stars Mr. Doug McCoy, courtesy of McCoycast.wordpress.com, and also starring our special guest for tonight's show, Mr. Christopher Tupa, courtesy of ctupa.com. And now, enjoy the show.
Hello, my name is Zerbinator, and what you are about to hear is part of the collection of audio journals that I've been recording from 1980, and I plan to go all the way to 1989. Today is March 20th, 1981, and I plan to tell you what has happened in the past month. I plan to cover news, technology, music, and movies with a very, very, very good friend of mine, and also a little show and tell as well. The good friend of mine is with me via awesome technology that he has come forth with. He figured out a way to hook up our telephones to our cassette recorders, and what we're doing is recording each other simultaneously via speakerphone and microphone. And that's a great idea. Ladies and gentlemen, my buddy Christopher Tupa.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Hey, sir. How's it going over there?
Oh, it's doing great over here, and you're coming in nice and clear too.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm glad this worked.
It was a neat idea. What you've done is you've hooked up your phone line to a cassette recorder, and basically that's how we're doing it. We're just using American Telephone and Telegraph.
Sweet, man. American telephones rock.
Yeah, they do, and
Beep,
it's
boop,
been
boop,
wonderful.
Beep, boop, boop. Awesome. I got my Mickey Mouse phone. You know, the one it's like Mickey Mouse, and he's holding the phone in his hand. That's what I'm rocking right now.
I'm actually using my Batman one, the one of Adam West, where he's holding the Robin.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really
Great minds think alike.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to discuss in 30 minutes or less, and
go.
Let's begin.
Welcome to Zerbinator's 8289 podcast. This is a recorded journal dedicated to the history of the 80s. All music used in the 8289 podcast was written and performed by Manolus and can be found at www.iammanolus.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
8289.
please take your seats.
Are you ready?
We hope you enjoy the show.
8289.
The show is about to begin. Are you really ready?
So, Chris, thank you again for joining me for today's journal.
Thanks for having me on your journal.
I would like you to explain to the listening audience that you are going to be starting your own journal.
I am, because journaling is what all the cool kids are doing right now.
Yeah,
and we're leading the trail. We're trailblazers. Mine is going to be Tupacast.
And I like the way that you've named it, like after a broadcast, because that's basically what you're doing. You're doing
I'm casting it out to the world.
You're casting it out to the world on cassettes that they can purchase and take home and listen to in their cassette machines, right?
Yep, and I'm breaking off that tab so they can't record over them.
That's the way to do it, because they will by accident. You know what? You'll probably be able to find those tapes, down at the Piggly Wiggly and the Highs, 7-Elevens and all that, because you'll be selling them right next to mine, right?
Awesome, yeah, dude. We'll be cassette buddies.
Yeah, because I can get you a stand down there, especially down at some of the places like Tower Records and
Awesome.
some of the Holly Farms, Geno's, and all that. So
Gino.
we'll do that definitely. But that'll be when are you starting to do your journals?
I'm going to start my journal 2 weeks from now.
And
Actually, it is 2 weeks from now.
It is.
It is. I forgot. 2 weeks from today. I gotta go. I gotta get to work. Bye. Nice talking to you. Glad this worked out.
What is it going to consist of? What are you going to show and tell there? What is it?
Well, my journal's going to just be me and different people just talking. We'll talk about movies, cartoons, toys, life,
Beautiful.
books. Just a little bit of everything. Just it's going to be really fun to talk, and hopefully it'll be really fun for people to listen to on their Walkmans.
Well, we have a lot to discuss. Shall we go on to the news?
Yeah. Let's get some news.
And now we will talk about current events.
Say, Zerb.
Hey, what's up, bud?
I'm gonna lay some news down on you.
Okay, lay it on me, man.
Here it comes. On March 6th of this month, 1981,
Yeah.
after 19 years as the anchorman of CBS Evening News, Walter Cronkite signed off for the last time. You
gosh.
ever watch him?
Always, almost every night.
Yeah?
Religiously, yeah. The guy was amazing.
Well, not
He's
anymore.
amazing,
He's
yeah.
gone.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry. But there's a new guy. There's a new guy coming.
Yeah.
And his name is Dan Rather.
I don't think I've heard about him doing little bits and pieces here and there.
Okay. Well, he's the new Cronkite.
Oh, my gosh.
So
I hope
get
he
ready
does
for that.
half as good.
Oh.
Do you know that Cronkite's been in business since April 16th, 1962?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I'm a Cronkite, a Cronkiter. I'm a big.
I was going to say, are you a Cronkiter?
Yeah, that's my boy right there, Cronkite.
You're a Cronker? Is that what it is?
I'm a Cronker.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
a Cronkitini.
You're down with the Kronk. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of sad for us Cronkite fans, but
I know. I imagine.
you got to make room for the new guys.
Well, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
I got some news for you.
All right, lay it on me. Hit me.
Well, there's
Let's hear it.
inventors by the name of Jim Bornhurst.
Okay.
And the other one's name is Rusty Bush.
Rusty Bush.
Rusty Bruscht.
Bruscht. Is that like a German sausage?
I think so. I think it has something to do with some kind of German, and
Can I get the
It's
Rusty Bruscht, please?
I think it's a rusty sausage. But they applied for a patent for the Verilite, which is a computer-controlled system that automatically does variable positions, colors, intensities, and beam divergence for lighting.
Okay.
Like, concerts. You know how concerts has the cans that just shine down and different lighting.
Okay.
These move. They automatically, via computer control, can twist and spin and turn and everything else, and that's going to change the way concerts and stages and all that stuff's done. Can you imagine a Van Halen concert with computer controlled lighting?
Man, that's going to just melt your face.
It will. It'll melt your mind.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sweet rock and roll. There were, this is kind of some sad news for 3 workers were killed working on the space shuttle, Columbia.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they were preparing for a ground test, and they suffocated while they were working on the nitrogen purging in the engine compartment. So that's pretty sad. I like the space shuttle, and I think it's pretty awesome.
That was the Columbia, right?
Yeah, that was the space shuttle Columbia. So that's pretty rough,
Yeah, that is. I heard a little bit of something about that. It happened even before it took off, and some people passed away. That's pretty sad. Well, to end the news, I'll bring it up a little bit.
All right, bring it up. Make us happy.
The first successful... Look how happy you are already, and all I did was say 2 words. The first successful human heart and lung transplant was performed.
All right, that's good.
Yeah. It was a team from Stanford University Medical Center, led by Dr. Bruce Reitz. It used a new technique that retained a portion of the recipient's right atrium. And the recipient was Mary Gohike. That was her name. She was a 45-year-old. This is making you really happy. She was a 45-year-old woman from Mesa, Arizona. And the donor was a 15-year-old boy who had died from a severe head trauma, unfortunately.
Oh, man, that's
not
tough.
to bring you back down. But,
Oh, dude, you're supposed to make me happy.
hey, do you want to go into technology?
Yeah, let's hit it.
And now we will talk about technology.
Well, I have a source that tells me a company called Microsoft will create a new operating system for the computers.
What? I have
kidding.
I have the same source. That's the guy that works at IBM, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was working on a project called MS-DOS or MS-DOS
Dose, brothers.
for summer release.
Oh, baby. The Microsoft Disk Operating System for x86-based personal computers.
I'm hoping it comes soon because I'm getting really tired of this, list, go to, run, and all that stuff is just getting old. So I can't wait to see what this is.
Oh, right on, bro. Bodacious to the max.
That's right. Definitely.
Helen looks nervous. After years as a bookkeeper, she's beginning a new career. She'll spend the next day or so learning to use the IBM System 23 Datamaster, a small computer with some mighty big capabilities. Helen begins to read the easy-to-understand manual, and much to her surprise, it's easy to understand. She's about to turn it on. She's still a little nervous. It's on. They're getting acquainted. Helen's gaining confidence, and she's gaining respect for the Datamaster. It's a data processor, a word processor, and although it's small, it will grow as the company grows. Helen couldn't believe that a computer that cost so little could make her job so much easier. Now she believes it. Helen, bookkeeper and future data processor, word processor, and computer operator. Would you call this a personal victory?
I would. Well, I had a terrific teacher.
IBM, helping put information to work for people.
And now we will talk about music.
Hey, Toop.
Hey, Zerg.
Listen, I know
You
you're not a
listen.
huge...
I am listening.
I know you're not a huge fan of big band music. Is that true?
Big band is...
Like Frank Sinatra,
Yeah. No.
Really?
It's okay.
Well, then I got some news that'll really excite you then.
Oh, man. I can't wait. I'm going to love this. I know it.
Well, no, it's sad. Mr.
Oh.
Shep Fields passed away at 70.
Okay. Mr. Sheffield.
He was a band leader. Saul Feldman was his real name. He was really cool, though. He was born in 1910 in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. But he played clarinet and sax for many bands. But his claim to fame was replacing the Jack Denny Orchestra in the Hotel Paris in New York City. And then in 1936, received a recording contract with Bluebird Records. And you might know some of his hits, like Cathedral in the Pines, Did I Remember, Thanks for the Memory.
No.
None of those?
No.
Remember Bob Hope's going, Thanks for the memory.
No.
Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Well, he replaced Paul Whiteman. Do you know who Paul Whiteman is?
Oh, no.
Well, he replaced him in the time slot with a radio show called The Rippling Rhythm Review with Bob Hope as the announcer.
Okay.
But that was back in the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
But I'm an old soul, so
Okay,
for
well,
me, Shep Fields was a big deal.
Awesome.
So he passed away.
I'm sorry to hear about that for you.
Me too. Thank you.
I got even more sad news.
What?
So there was this rockin' dude named Eric Clapton, and
Yeah.
apparently he had some severe bleeding ulcers, and they had to take him to the hospital at St. Paul, Minnesota.
Man.
Yeah, but it gets worse because he had a.
Well, I got tickets to his show. So
Oh well, you're gonna love this next part because his 60 city tour is now canceled.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
number 57.
Oh man, sorry, dude. I guess you could go listen to some big band.
No, I can't because he's dead too. This is the worst.
Oh man, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to beat on some pots or something. Make your own music.
I guess so. That's sad.
Yeah, sorry about your tickets.
You know what'll make me feel better?
I'm not even gonna guess. I'm not even gonna guess.
You know what'll make me really feel much better is if you and I sang the top 40 singles weekend.
You know what? Just for you. Okay, let's do that. Just
The U.S. Top 40 singles
All right.
of the week ending March 20th, 1981.
This is for you, Zerb.
God bless you. Thank you so
is
much.
for you.
'Cause I just got to feel better.
There's been a lot of depressing news today, so actually, it's been a lot of depressing news.
Will you sing for me?
All right, here we go.
Number 10.
Here we go.
Yeah.
What Kind of Fool by Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb by Columbia Records. Okay.
Yep.
So it goes. It goes. Let me try to remember this. She says a bunch of words, kind of sad, and then she goes, "What? What kind of fool tears it apart, leaving me pain and sorrow?"
Do you know what's giving me pain and sorrow?
Oh.
Number 9.
Number 9 is giving me pain and sorrow, and that is, well, I love the rainy nights and something in fright, and I got something that just don't feel right in my hips. Oh my goodness, it's the dog's lips. I don't know what the words are to that. But that was Eddie Rabbit from Elektra Records. I love
you
the
sound
rainy
just
nights.
like him. That's a good song.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You should you could be one of those Eddie Rabbit impersonators and go to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, here we go.
Number 8.
Just for you, Zerb. The winner takes it all by ABBA, put out by Atlantic Records. Okay, here we go. Let me gotta kind of get this one straight in my brain. I don't want to talk about things we're going through.
Oh, this
Though
is
it's
nice.
hurting me, now it's history. I've played all my cards. Nothing else to say. The winner takes it all. The loser's standing tall, or something.
I love this. You're making me feel amazingly better.
I'm good because I feel pretty bad right now.
You're making me feel great. Oh, this is taking all the pain away from
Oh
all
my
the,
gosh, that's bringing me a
sadness.
lot of pain.
Number 7.
Hello again. Hello. I just called to say. No, that's another song, but that's Neil Diamond, Capitol Records.
All right, so to follow that up is number 6.
Number 6.
Rapture by Blondie, and it's put out by Chrysalis Records. And she kind of sings a little bit. There's some words, and then some kind of crazy funky words, and then she goes, "Rapture." And then a bunch of other words, and then rapture. Okay, but whatever. The cool part is, like, this song's pretty funky.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere comes this kind of rap thing. So that's the part I studied for you. So here it goes. It goes.
Thank you.
Okay. You go out to the parking lot, and you get in your car, and you drive real far, and you drive all night, and then you see a light, and it comes right down and lands on the ground, and out comes a man from Mars, and he tried to run, but he's got a gun, and he shoots you dead, and he eats your head, and then you're in the Martian, and he eats a bunch of cars or something, but that's Rapture.
Sound a little bit like Edith.
Number 5.
Crying over you. Crying. By Don McLean from
Nice.
Millennium Records.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Okay, here we go with this one I'm ready for.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay, you better get ready because I know this one pretty good.
All right.
This one I know.
I'm prepared.
Okay, number 4, 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. Here we go. I got to set it up. bum 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 bada bum. Tumble up. Oh crap! Hold on.
You can start again. I'll edit.
Hold on, I messed up. I got ahead of myself. Okay. Here.
Tumble out of crap.
Dun, 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 dun. Tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition. Yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Woo! Bump, 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 bump. Jumping in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the streets, the traffic starts jumping. With folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Getting by, it's all taken in, no giving. Da, 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 da. Okay.
RCA Records.
Yeah, RCA Records.
I love that.
Tuper Records.
Tuper Records has the bum 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 bum. I like that.
Yeah, I get royalties off that.
Number 3.
The best of times is when I'm alone with you.
You have to shake your head when you do that.
Nice.
Styx.
I don't think I've
Styx,
heard that
A&M Records.
I'll have to pick up that single.
It's a good single. It's really worth it.
Nice. I'll check that out. All right. Well,
Number 2.
here we go with "Woman" by John Lennon.
Yes.
Okay, and it's by Geffen Records, and it's got John Lennon saying a bunch of words, and then "Woman, I can hardly express blah blah blah, Beatles, crap words."
Is that really how it goes?
Yeah, that's how it goes in my mind.
That's true. You told me you're not a Beatles man.
I'm not a Beatles man,
No.
but
Oh,
it's number 2, so.
something good. Well, you know, he passed away in December.
Oh, did he? Oh.
He got shot in the on his steps right in front of his house.
Oh, wow.
That's when he was shot this past December.
Oh,
Poor guy.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
I feel bad about saying Beatles crap, but
That's okay. They'll forgive you.
okay.
Yeah, because John Lennon's good. If anything, what will happen is Yoko Ono will show up to your house and say, she'll look you right in the eye and she'll go,
Christopher Tuba, you not have to worry about what you say about John Lennon.
and you'll get a kiss and everything will be fine.
Okay, well, I guess it's worth it.
Number 1.
Number 1 on the list. The heck just happened? Number 1 on the
Number
list.
1, here we go.
Well, I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do. I don't wanna sleep, I don't count no sheep, I'm loving you. REO Speedwagon. Epic
Oh,
Records.
nice. Very nice. So, Zerb, my man, so we were at the
What's
record
up?
store and,
Yeah,
you know,
we were.
trying to pick out some tunes. And I wanted to, I wanted to share something with you. I couldn't decide. I got a small allowance. I could only get one record, one album. But there was 2 of them that, kind of stood out for me. But they were, they were they were almost opposites in tone and sort of advertising. And,
Yeah.
And so, the first one by the Rolling Stones is called "Sucking in the 70s." And
Is that how it's sucking?
yeah, sucking's like it's like in bold, bold,
Okay.
italic, so all I see is sucking, and it's like, wow, it's kind of hard for me to drop change on that one,
Right.
But then I saw another one that said "Journeys to Glory," and
Right.
I'm like, wow, that that's saying something. They got some spunk. They got some confidence. Journeys to Glory. But
Right.
that one is by the Spandau Ballet. You ever
Spandau Ballet.
Spandau Ballet?
No, it sounds like a Star Wars action figure. No, it's Spandau Ballet. Spandau Ballet.
Spandau. I like Spandau Ballet. Okay, but
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Spandau Ballet. So,
Right.
but with the name like Journeys to Glory, that that's going to be some good stuff right there. So I got that one.
Well, that was a good choice.
Yeah.
See, and I was with you that day, and I had some, the same type of problem. I saw the Wild Eyed Southern Boys by
Okay.
38 Special.
Sweet.
And,
That sounds like a party.
Well, it sounds like a party that I don't want to be in because it ends with the 38 Special. And, if you got some Wild Eyed Southern Boys.
You know how
going,
them Southern boys be.
Come here, son. I'm going to show you something.
click, click. No, thank you. I'm not
2
interested.
steps to the door, man.
And then I went to another counter, and then I saw, even though I'm a big fan of this new musician who does a lot of parodies, Weird Al Yankovic, he had an album called Another One Rides the Bus. Well,
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Queen, and you shouldn't make fun of it.
Oh, okay.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Another one rides the bus. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Okay.
Another one causes a fuss.
Okay,
what
sure.
can you do with that?
Yeah.
So,
You gotta leave Queen
I
alone,
chose-
man.
yeah, well, I'm a working class dude. I do a lot of work.
Sure. Working down at the docks. That's what I do.
Well, yeah, and so we're working class dogs.
Yeah, man. Dogs.
So
Working.
yeah, so
Ooh.
we're working. So I picked Rick Springfield's "Working Class Dog,"
Awesome.
and that has Jesse's Girl in there, and it has
Okay,
a
sweet.
lot of good songs. So I've been
Yeah.
enjoying it. So
Power to the
that's
people,
good.
man.
That's right. So we're
right.
working class dogs who are on our journeys to glory.
Yes.
That's what we are.
There we go. That's our band name right there. Working Dogs Journey into Glory. You what?
And now we will talk about movies.
Have you ever seen the movie that just came out this month? The Maniac.
Didn't we go see that together?
Dude, that's the one where the guy chops everybody up.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
I
man.
remember that.
That's a good pop.
That wasn't the sushi restaurant. That was the movie.
That sushi's different. That was,
That's right.
yeah.
That was a.
Effer.
I remember that. That was a scary movie.
That was.
As far as I can remember, starred Joe Spinell. I think it was Caroline Munro, and it was directed and written by none other than William Lustig. And that movie came out in New York City, December 26, 1980, but we saw it
Yeah.
in March of 1981.
Yeah, I don't know any of those names that you said, but when you go to see a movie and a bunch of people get chopped up, rock and roll,
It
man.
doesn't matter.
That's
yeah.
what a working man needs to see to let off some steam,
Exactly. That's what calms you down. Do you know that movie was made at a budget of $350,000? I heard.
Oh wow! I mean, it looked like. I mean,
It really looked like it.
yeah, you could tell. I mean, wait, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. The plot was kind of scary, but
I don't understand the numbers.
the plot focuses mostly on that traumatized serial killer who scalped all of his victims.
Yeah. You know what? Those
gosh.
are down on the docks where I work. Sometimes you run into a guy that he just needs a scalping.
I've never had that situation.
Well, you know
Working.
what? On the docks. Yeah.
Do you know how happy I am right now that we're doing this via telephone?
I'm not saying that I would scalp anybody, but
I would hope not.
sometimes
I've seen you scalp tickets. I've seen you scalp
I've,
tickets, but I don't.
Sometimes you just gotta scalp a fool.
And now we will have a little show and tell.
Well, Chris, I think it's time for some show and tell.
Let's show it and let's tell it.
All right. Hey, do you want to show yours first?
Sure. As a dock worker, I don't have any problem showing first.
Are you doing a Christopher Walken?
I have no idea what I'm doing, man. I have no idea. I don't know what I've been doing all night. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you something special. I got a story about this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this right here. See that? Little Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had this since I was about a year old. So
Oh my gosh.
So 37 years, give or take. I've had it forever. And actually, I've done several like comic strips and comics with like him as he doesn't really look like Winnie the Pooh. He's just like a yellow bear.
Yes.
So I've kind of
fashioned your work after?
Yeah, and but the really interesting thing was last year I did a kids book for a guy, and he's going to try to get published and everything. And in one of the scenes, the kid was sleeping, and I drew him sleeping with this bear. Just as a prop, no big deal. Yeah. Nobody would know that it's my Winnie the Pooh. Well, the guy emailed me and he said, "Hey, that bear that you drew looks just like a Winnie the Pooh bear that my wife has." And I was like, "No way!" And
same bear?
He sent me a picture. Same bear.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so she's had it forever, and I'm like, what are the odds that because I've only seen one other one my whole life, and so
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and so then for Christmas, he, as a commission, he got me to draw 4 of his wife's favorite stuffed animals, like in a picture, and so she could hang it up or whatever. But yeah, it's this bear that came out in like 1976 from Sears and Roebuck.
Oh my gosh!
So there you go.
See, that to me is just too awesome. That is just too awesome.
Yeah,
I really respect that. That's especially something to have since you had it since you were 1 year old, because that's almost like a family member right there. Very cool. And what's really cool, you are an incredible artist. You do comics. You do an amazing technical work on some of the pictures that you've driven, that you've drawn lately.
I also drive.
I'm thinking. Yeah,
I have a license.
But that's what I've noticed, and there's a newspaper that goes around that we get daily over here where I live, and your artwork is in it every single day. And you do a sketch every day, and you share it with everybody, and then people write in and tell you what they think about it.
Very cool.
And I've been enjoying every single picture, and there's always something that will get you started. So I do want to emphasize your artwork, because people who don't know you and are listening to this for the first time, they don't know this.
Thank you.
So, but you draw for comic strips. You've made your own comic strips. You've drawn a ton of Star Wars pictures.
Star Wars, G.I. Joe, all kind of 80s goodies.
Yeah, and beautifully done, too.
Thank you.
I personally am the proud owner of a Zombie Grimace.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
An original Tupa. I got one of your droid books that you sent over.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
And thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. So,
well, what do you got to show and tell?
Let's see. Here it is. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's see it.
Well, that's the thing. You can't see it through the phone, but pretend you could.
Oh, let me see it with my imagination.
Here you go. It's a ViewMaster.
Oh, ViewMaster. I know what that is. We got those
a ViewMaster
on the dock.
Yeah, I got. And the reason I liked it, I bought it from a guy down at the dock.
Yeah, we on lunch, me and some guys, we like to get out the ViewMasters and click, click, click.
On the docks. We're on a terrible Christopher Walken kick today.
Oh, man, I'm glad there's no dock workers around here. They're going to be pissed.
But what I do is I got Dumbo discs. I got some old Sesame Street discs.
Okay.
I got Star Wars discs, and I put them in here. And you look through them, and they look like 3D. Take a look.
Oh, nice. I'm using my imagination. You're talking about like they're photographs of like still
scenes of the movie,
stop motion.
Yeah.
I have a Huckleberry Hound ViewMaster, but it's like it looks like when you look through it, it looks like they're little toys or like little statues, and they've like been photographed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Rock and roll, man.
But if you hold it up to the sun, it gets brighter.
Yeah.
You have to use the sun, and that's the best picture you're going to get.
That's awesome.
Or if you get under a lamp. But I love this thing. It's coming really handy.
That's a good show and tell there, brother.
Hey, thanks, man.
And now it's time for the video game of the month.
Gosh, I hope Doug is home. I was going to talk to him about Dodgem today. I finally got Dodgem. I know it came out early, but I'm excited.
Hello?
Hey!
Hey, what's
Doug?
up? How you doing, bud?
Hey, it's me, Z.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little perturbed, to be honest. You keep calling me on the phone, and Ferg's been over there. Sean's been over there.
Yeah.
Now Tupa's been over there. Your wife, well, I guess your wife is a given, but everybody's been over there but me. I get called on the phone. Everybody else gets to hang out.
Well, do you want to just come on over and...
No, that's fine. I know who the cool people are. We'll do this by phone. That's perfect.
Well, I was excited. Now I feel bad, but I'll have you over, I promise.
Okay.
Next month, can you come over?
Sure.
And we'll make it a big deal out of it.
Absolutely.
We'll do it that way. But I'm excited because I finally picked up Dodgem. I know that you are the king of the Dodgem. I've been over to your place before playing Dodgem, but I finally picked it up. And I'm starting to get the hang of it, and I wanted to ask a couple questions about it, but I wanted to know what your thoughts were.
Pretty good game, I think. Kind of like Pac-Man meets Frogger. At least it seems that way to me. You've got this circular track, or it's a square track, actually, with 4 lanes, and you can only switch between – you have to switch between the lanes, but you can only do that at the – center vertical and center horizontal, so 4 places, right, left, top, bottom, that you can switch. And you got to avoid this car that's running the opposite direction from you while clearing the lanes of all the dots or lines, dashes, whatever they are. So kind of like Pac-Man versus Frogger is what I think about it. Pretty fun. What about you?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. It's like I got the gist of the game and how to play it. The picture on the front of the cart was amazing compared to the game, of course. And so I was picturing something else, and I can't understand the lines and the little blips that are all over. It doesn't make much sense to me. I don't understand what I'm trying to do here.
Well, I think it's kind of like, have you ever seen a figure 8 racetrack?
Yeah.
Where, they...
Like at the Derby.
Yeah, and there's always that danger of collision there in the center of the 8. Well, that's kind of like what Dodgem is. You've got these cars running around, and there's, like in a figure 8 race, there's this danger of collision. So you've got to clear all 4 lanes of their dashes without being hit by the other car.
See, I've been going after the other car to get hit because I thought that was the object of the game.
Well, that makes a very short game, I'll tell you that.
It has been short. I've taken the cart out, and I put it aside for a while and stepped away because I said, this can't be right. And then when I come back to it, I'll try this again. And I kept crashing into the cars, and then the game's over, and it's getting upset with me.
Yeah, no, try avoiding the car next time. It's a lot more fun that way. And you actually can play 2-player, 2 different types. You can play, each taking turns, try to get the high score, or you can play one of you is the race car and the other is the chase car, and so one is trying to avoid and the other is trying to hit, kind of like tag. That's a pretty fun way to play, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're just playing by yourself, you're the orange car, right? You try to avoid the blue car.
Right.
And it's pretty challenging, but it's pretty fun. You got to think long-term strategy, which is what I like because you can only switch lanes at certain places. So it's a worthwhile game.
Good. Okay. Well, I'll definitely give it a shot. All right. Well, thank you so much. Before we go, I do want to ask you a question here. You've been talking to me about starting your own kind of journal for your cassettes to be sold as well, down next to mine down there. I know that you have some of your other journals, but you were talking to me about one that you were going to start up recently. Can you explain a little bit about it?
It's a very different journal than yours because I'm not keeping track of the movies or the TV shows or songs or news or anything like that. I'm just keeping track of myself. I'm just keeping track of, well, basically all the dumb things that I have done. I'm a kid and I keep doing dumb things. And I think somebody, so you've done dumb things as well. A lot of kids in school are doing dumb things, and I think somebody ought to be keeping a record of that. So I'm keeping a record of all the dumb things I did when I was a kid.
Awesome. This would be a good thing to do.
I think so. We'll see. Maybe 30, 40 years from now, say 2015 or something like that, people will be interested in listening to the dumb things we did.
That'd be maybe by that time, hopefully there'll be other ways of making these types of audio informational cassettes, and maybe we could do it then too in 2015.
That would be fun. It's hard to imagine what could beat the cassette, but it because it's way better than 8-track or LP. You know, I mean, I know some people like LP, but you can't take them in your car. I mean, cassettes you take in your car, you can rewind, fast forward. I can't imagine what's better than that. But hey, who knows? In any case, maybe people will be interested in them then.
All right, well, good. I look forward to hearing those. I guess you would call those trips into the audio fantastic.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like to me.
Definitely. All right, brother. Well, then I'm going to try this Dodgem again and try to pay attention to what I'm doing and try steering clear of the vehicles. And then next month you come over and show me how to play it right, because you know.
Oh yeah, you probably thought you heard Dodge and you probably thought it was like Dodge cars, isn't it? Isn't that what they have at the fair? Don't they call them Dodgem cars?
Yeah, Dodge Derby down here. The Dodge Derby down here in Schuylkill County.
Yeah. So you probably thought you were supposed to collide with these cars, and instead you're supposed to avoid it. So you're supposed to dodge them, not dodge and derby them.
So if I just turn the Atari around the other way, I should understand it.
Exactly. Flip it around. You're going to have it perfect.
Okay. Thanks, man.
All right. Thank you, bud.
Talk to you later.
Soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, man, hey. We come to the end of another 8089.
Oh, man, it's time to say goodnight, bro.
It is time to say goodnight. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a blast.
My pleasure, Zerbinator.
I really appreciate this so much. Thank you, Tupinator. Well, I want to thank those of you who have been listening to this tape and all the others that we have made. Please look for Tupa's tapes next to mine, coming up very soon in the People's Drugs, the drug fairs, the dart drugs, especially on Main Street is where you're going to find these recordings. Your local library, too. That'll help if you take them over to the library, put them next to my boxes there.
Yeah, we've got a library down by the docks.
By the docks. We also have some in the Highs and then the Holly Farms restaurants, too. So I hope this sheds a little light on life here in the 80s. It's a wonderful time. It really is. We will continue these journals month to month as time goes on and give you all the news and the entertainment that we can find. And I look forward to talking with all of you guys again. And my good buddy Tupa says...
Later, Nader. Racist pieces.
See you next month. That's it. Good job.
All of Zerbinator's music and podcasts are under the Creative Commons license, which allows retelling and rebroadcasting as long as the author is notified and credited. For more great escape pods, please visit www.zerbinator.wordpress.com. If you would like to contact Zerbinatorland, you can send an email to instrumentally@gmail.com. or give us a call at 571-408-ZERB or 9372.